afternoon, Keluarga Malaysia. Thank you for choosing Updates at Noon with me, Renee Fong. And making the headlines today, Measat 3D satellite successfully launched into orbit today. The Measat 3D satellite was successfully launched into orbit from French Guiana of South America at 5:50 a.m. today. The Measat-owned communication satellite was launched on the Ariane 5 rocket at the Guiana Space Center, which is also called European Spaceport in Kourou, about 17,000 kilometers from Malaysia. The Malaysian delegation at the launch was led by Communications and Multimedia Ministry Secretary-General Datuk Seri Muhammad Mentek. Dubbed as the most comprehensive and complex satellite in Measat's fleet, the newest and most advanced satellite costs 1.2 billion ringgit with a lifespan of 18 years. With the launch of Measat 3D, several new communication services would be made available by August this year at the earliest. The first Measat 3D telemetry signal was received exactly at 6:41 a.m., marking the complete successful launch of the satellite. The historic achievement was announced at the World Trade Center in Kuala Lumpur, where Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob and 600 other guests had watched the live streaming of the launch of the satellite. Measat 3D's first separation from the rocket occurred at 6:19 a.m. and the second at 6:34 a.m. before the first signal transmitted from space to Earth was received 7 minutes later. Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri in a Facebook post expressed hope that the launch of the satellite would help bridge the digital divide and lure more young people to venture into the aerospace industry. Meanwhile, the newly launched Measat 3D satellite is important for Malaysia to achieve its 100% internet coverage target before 2025 and improve the quality of its broadband services. Communications and Multimedia Minister Tan Sri Anwar Musa said this was because the services offered by the satellite can be fully utilised in a couple of months' time.
Selain daripada coverage 100%, kita boleh meningkatkan kualiti perkhidmatan jalur lebar yang menjadikan perkhidmatan high speed seperti mana yang kita gunakan rangkaian gentian optik yang sedang kita laksanakan di kawasan-kawasan yang maju.
The satellite is a geostationary equatorial orbit or geotype satellite that has a wide coverage site and is capable of providing fast broadband services and supporting high data flow, known as high throughput satellite. Tan Sri Anwar said the launch was a historic development and very important to the government's efforts to fully succeed and complete the implementation of the National Digital Network Jendela program and the Malaysian Digital Economy Blueprint, My Digital. He said the Measat 3D satellite services would be available to Malaysians after the trial period is completed. President of the Association of Malaysian Poets Penyair, Datuk Rahman Syari, has been named the 15th National Laureate. Senior Education Minister Datuk Dr. Razzie Jidin said 9 panel members who were involved in the selection of the 15th National Laureate met since September 2021 to decide on the 12 nominations, where 3 were shortlisted and Datuk Rahman was finally selected.
Pemilihan tokoh ini adalah berdasarkan sumbangan tokoh melalui karya dan pemikiran, sumbangan terhadap pengembangan sastra, impak dalam penyebaran ilmu, kepimpinan dalam persatuan sastra, impak pada peringkat kebangsaan dan antarabangsa, serta penghargaan dan pengiktirafan yang telah diterima.
The 15th National Laureate Award ceremony would be officiated by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah on a date to be announced later. Datuk Rahman, currently a freelance writer, was born in Kampung Gial, Mata Air, Perlis in 1949 and was previously a teacher, language officer and lecturer at the Public Institute of Higher Learning. He has also written 16 academic books, 10 novels and has had been involved in the production of dictionaries, book compilations, as well as script writing for stage and television dramas. The Education Ministry has no plans to review history as a mandatory pass subject in the Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia SPM examination. Senior Education Minister Datuk Dr. Rasmi said instead, the ministry will look at the contributing factors that led to the students failing the subject.
Pertama sekali, tidak ada sebarang perancangan untuk kita mengkaji semula sejarah sebagai subjek wajib lulus, dan apa yang penting adalah untuk kita melihat apakah faktor-faktor penyumbang kepada keputusan tersebut dan mencari satu pendekatan intervensi yang bersesuaian bagi memastikan anak-anak kita yang lahir daripada sistem pendidikan kita ini dapat menguasai subjek sejarah, dan kita dapat pastikan pada masa-masa akan datang jumlah murid yang gagal mata pelajaran ini dapat kita kurangkan dari semasa ke semasa.
It was reported that a total of 45,514 or 11.91% of 2021 SPM candidates were not eligible for a certificate because they did not pass either the Bahasa Melayu or history paper. The matter caught the attention of several non-governmental organizations, which asked the ministry to disclose steps to be taken to help candidates who were not qualified to receive the SPM certificate. In a related development, Dr. Rasmi said his ministry did not release the best school ranking for the 2021 SPM results announced recently. The Senior Education Minister said it was an initiative done by external parties that listed the names of the best schools based on SPM results, adding that it was beyond the ministry's control.
Untuk makluman, memang KPM tidak pernah keluarkan ranking. Tidak ada sebarang ranking yang dikeluarkan oleh KPM untuk keputusan SPM. Tidak ada. Boleh disemak bahawa tahun-tahun sebelum ini pun memang tidak ada sebarang ranking yang dikeluarkan oleh Kementerian Pendidikan. Jadi kalau ranking ini dibuat oleh pihak lain, maka itu di luar bidang kuasa kami.
He said this when asked about a list of 2021 SPM best schools that went viral on social media recently, which invited criticism from academicians and netizens. Coming up next, cooperative sector reaps 37.9 billion ringgit in annual earning. The cooperative sector has gained a total of 37.9 billion ringgit in annual earning with the strength of 7.08 million members nationwide. Based on the Malaysian Cooperative Statistics Report 2021, as of last year, 1,104 cooperatives in the Federal Territories with 2.28 million members have recorded a profit of 4.67 billion ringgit. Federal Territories Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Shahidan Kasim said the Cooperative Commission of Malaysia needs to play its vital role in the holistic development of the cooperative movement in order to help the people.
Di sinilah peranan koperasi untuk membantu rakyat dengan menawarkan harga yang lebih berpatutan. Koperasi perlu ditingkatkan usaha di peringkat pemborongan dan peruncutan serta mendominasi rantaian bekalan supaya harga barangan boleh ditetapkan pada kadar yang berpatutan berikutan pengawalan kos pada semua peringkat.
He added that with careful planning by his ministry in collaboration with the Cooperative Commission of Malaysia, cooperative shops in the community areas can be developed so that consumers would get items at affordable prices. This year's Ramadan and Idul Fitri bazaars recorded a sales value of 2.4 billion ringgit and created 156,361 employment opportunities. The Department of Statistics Malaysia said the findings are based on the 2022 Ramadan and Idul Fitri bazaars, a special study which was conducted for the first time by the department from 3rd to 29th April, covering all bazaars registered with the local authorities. Chief Statistician Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair Mahidin in a statement said Selangor dominated the Ramadan and Aidilfitri bazaars with record sales of over 600 million ringgit and employing 31,563 workers. It was followed by Kuala Lumpur with nearly 400 million ringgit in sales and employing 10,993 people. And then Johor, which recorded more than 300 million ringgit in sales with 22,423 workers. The three states have contributed about 55.5% to the total sales value. At the district administration level, Petaling recorded the highest sales value of 230.2 million ringgit, followed by Johor Bahru with 126.3 million ringgit and Hulu Langat with 117.9 million ringgit. On another note, Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair revealed that Terengganu is among 5 states in Malaysia which have recorded a low annual population growth rate at 1.3%. The others are Melaka, Putrajaya, Perlis and the Federal Territory of Labuan. According to the chief statistician, Terengganu's population in 2020 was 1.15 million, or only 3% of Malaysia's total population of 32.4 million. He said Terengganu is experiencing the phenomenon of having less residents. He explained that the annual population growth rate decline is due to, among other factors, its people's migration to other states for economic opportunities.
Jadi perkara ini yang mungkin sedang diteliti yang dalam pelan pembangunan negeri, bagaimana sedang diusahakan menggerakkan ni aktiviti ekonomi, terutamanya berkaitan dengan sektor pelancongan, yang saya dapati peluang begitu luas untuk menghasilkan pekerjaan dan juga pendapatan. Bila aktiviti ekonomi berkembang, maka kemungkinan tidak perlu lagi keluar jauh daripada berhijrah ke negeri keluar lah.
Apart from tourism sector, Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair said the Terengganu Sejahtera Master Plan 2030, launched by the state government, may bring change when more job opportunities are made available in Terengganu in the future. The government has agreed to re-establish the Sharia Courts Empowerment Committee JKMMS and appoint 12 eminent figures as members of the committee. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Religious Affairs, Dato' Idris Ahmad, said the move was taken to empower and uphold the Sharia judicial system holistically in line with the position of Islam in the Federal Constitution.
Kerajaan juga telah bersetuju untuk melantik dan si Haji Osman Mustafa bekas KP untuk pengarah JAKIM selama 7 tahun. Dan saya yakin dan percaya ianya akan dapat memberikan sumbangan yang bermakna, dan di pihak GKSM pula yang akan menjadi koordinator urus setia kepada jawatan kuasa untuk perkasakan mahkamah syariah ini.
Other eminent figures include Solicitor General Datuk Ahmad Teriruddin Muhammad Saleh, Director General of Public Service Datuk Sri Muhammad Syafiq Abdullah, Director General of the Sharia Judiciary Department Datuk Dr. Muhammad Naim Mokhtar, and incumbent of the Institution of Malay Rulers Chair at University Technology Mara UiTM, Professor Datuk Dr. Syamrahayu Abdul Aziz. Still to come in sports, Zijia pulls out of Commonwealth Games. National ace shuttler Li Zijia has withdrawn from the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England, scheduled for 28th July to 8th August. The world's number 5 said he made the decision to allow him to focus fully on the World Badminton Championships in Tokyo, Japan.
Keputusan ini agak susah untuk saya ambil sebab saya rasa due to my body condition, memang dah main quite a lot punya tournament, then back to back, and saya rasa dengan body condition saya sekarang memang tak cukup rest, and I have to choose between Commonwealth and World Championship. So
The Asian champion has just returned from Jakarta after 2 back-to-back tournaments, the Indonesia Masters and the Indonesia Open. His focus is now on ensuring he is at peak physical form to participate in the Malaysia Open on 28th June until 3rd July, as well as the Malaysia Masters from 5th to 10th July. And that concludes today's edition of Updates at Noon. In our top story, MEASAT 3D satellite successfully launched into orbit today. And don't forget to tune into News at 10, coming up at 10 p.m. on RTM's news channel. Till then, I'm Renee Fong. Thank you for tuning in and have a pleasant afternoon.